3 days in a row, eh? Who'd have thought it? Welcome to the Daily Show. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. So here we are with the 3rd day in a row. Hopefully I can keep this thing going. It's actually not been too bad to try and get these things filmed and get them edited and get them scheduled to get up on time. For all this is Saturday's video. I'm actually filming it on Friday. So I'm trying to kind of have a day ahead and at least try and get myself where I can maybe build up a few videos in advance. So if I have any issues with uploading any one day, at least I've got something in the bank kind of thing to keep it going. Saturday's got a bit of a busy day for me. I've got some family things to do during the day, and I'm actually having a night out with my wife, which is a bit of a rare occurrence now we have a 9-month-old baby. So I'm looking forward to having an evening out. But what I thought I'd share with you today is I mentioned in a video a little while ago about I've been doing some speed painting, sort of trying to paint to a good standard but a bit quicker. And I used this Rumbleslam starter box, which I picked up at UK Games Expo, just to give it a try. And I think it was because I thought it's like kind of a self-contained game at this point. If I mess them up, I can always kind of strip them and nobody will really see them. But actually, as it turned out, I was really happy with them. So I thought what I'd do is I'd share the pictures of the miniatures with you in this video. You can tell me what you think of them. And I've also bought something as well that I want to show you at the end of the video. And again, really appreciate some feedback. So without further ado, let's have a look at the miniatures. So then folks, this is I would say a human team apart from the ogre in the middle there. But this team is actually called, believe it or not, the Heavy Pounders. Yes, that really is their name. So this is the 5-man team that you get within the starter box. In the centre there we have the ogre, who's the big guy with the black gloves on there. To the left of him, the bald-headed guy, we have the human grappler. To the right, we have the blonde guy with a bit of a goatee beard and a ponytail. He's a human brawler. And then at the front there, the little guy pointing is a halfling brawler. And the little guy with his arms outstretched to the right is a halfling grappler. And these are the 5 guys that you get in the starter box. And as far as I remember, I'm pretty certain about this, these all come as one piece, so that there's no assembling to do, no gluing on these guys. Everything's just in that one piece. And you can see there, they're pretty good quality sculpts. And this was the team that I decided to try and do a bit of a speed painting on. So as you can see, I think personally, I'm really happy with how they turned out. I probably didn't go in there and kind of put some eyes on the guys. I could maybe do that now. Now I'm looking at them through a bit of a microscope thing right through the camera. But for tabletop playing, I'm really happy with how the skin turned out. There's a good kind of depth of colour on them, and the highlight on the blue there just kind of stands out a little bit. So yeah, I think it took me in total about 2.5 hours. So yeah, pretty happy with how they came out. So we'll move over and I'll show you the other team. And here's the second team that you get in the Rumbleslam starter box. So these are the green bruisers. We've got the troll there, the big guy at the back. The guy to the left there is the orc grappler. The orc brawler is the bigger guy to the right hand side. The little guy that's just sort of pointing to the background there, he's the goblin brawler. And then we have the goblin grappler. So both starter boxes come with sort of a big guy, a sort of slightly larger scale grappler and brawler, and then a smaller scale grappler and brawler. So they're pretty well balanced out of the box there. Hopefully we'll get a game of this on the channel soon if there's some interest on it. These are the two teams in the starter box. I must admit the starter box I think really is good value for what you get, especially with the little neoprene mat and all of the dice and counters as well. Hopefully you like the kind of these shots that we're getting here, and I'll show you exactly how I'm getting these shots because I've just purchased something to just try and help with these videos. So believe it or not then folks, this is the absolutely fantastic piece of equipment I was using to get those shots. I've just had it delivered today. I bought it yesterday from Amazon on a 24-hour Prime delivery, and it cost me £9.99. I must admit, it doesn't look much to look at it. It looks a little bit flimsy. It looks probably a little bit cheap. Not really sure how long it'll last, but let's be honest, for the work that I'm doing, I think it's probably more than enough. There's no need to go to town too much. And you can see from the previous shots the kind of quality that it gets you. So I am more than happy with it for work that I'm doing on this channel. So when I took it out of the Amazon box, this was how it came packaged. So it's in a kind of materially kind of cloth bag. And inside the bag we have 3 items, or 4 items I should say. We'll get rid of the bag to one side for now. So what you got was USB lead, just a kind of fitting, I think it's just called mini USB, I think that's called, a little USB cable, a kind of strange English Chinese instruction manual, which actually wasn't the most helpful, but it's a very basic thing anyway, so nothing to worry about too much there. These are the kind of foamy sponge backgrounds I was telling you about. So there's a red, a green, a white and a black, and these little holes here are for hanging up inside the unit. And the actual unit itself, so yeah, it doesn't exactly look like much like this, does it? So it was a bit fiddly when I first got it. I couldn't quite work out how to get it out without breaking it, but effectively, if you get out the corner there, that's it, and just pull it out, and you effectively have this kind of plastic box, and these bits here, just get this in the shot, these bits here just fold into the corners, and like a press stud just clips in, and the same on the other side. One's just got a clear through hole, and that just clips into there. And what you have this box. Now along the top is this kind of LED strip. Here's where you plug in the USB port. So as you can see, it's not the highest quality thing in the world. And these little tabs here are where you hang the backgrounds. So if I can just grab a hold of one of those, there, pop inside and hook on like that, so that when you're taking your shots you can get it. So it doesn't look like much, and to be fair, it's not. Is it worth £10? You know what, I guess that's a matter of opinion really. It doesn't look like a lot of material for £10, but I think if you try to make one yourself, just to buy the kind of like the LED light along the top, I guess probably you'd be getting up towards that. And then for the little coloured backgrounds as well, it's not too bad actually. So I think, I mean, you guys tell me what you think of the quality of the pictures. What I do intend to do is put a turntable in there as well, and once I get some things painted up, I think this will be a good way to show off some of the miniatures that I've been working on. But let's see how it goes. We'll give it a trial for a week or so, and then we can always send it back to Amazon if it doesn't really perform. But so far, actually pretty happy with it. So there we go, folks. What do you think? Is Rumbleslam something that maybe you'd like me to do a bit of a kind of a how to play, or just a bit of a playthrough, but make a video of it? It seems like quite a cool little game actually, and it doesn't take too long to play. So I think it's probably perfect for a video, and especially with it being over a smaller board as well, there's not a lot of kind of setting up of cameras and different angles. It's all pretty much self-contained. So I'll maybe try and get something like that done over the next week or so. A little bit of traveling next week, so it's maybe something I could even take away with me because it's quite a small box, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Still got the Beast Claw Raiders to paint up as well, ready for the tournament in Scotland, and I've got a kind of a game with James, who's my partner in the doubles tournament, on Thursday next week, just to try and have a run through and see how our combines lists play together. So I'll maybe try and get some shots of that as well. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.